Here's 3 things that I do to smell better than the average person. If you're not doing this, you probably send this to that one friend who needs to hear it. You're doing them a favor. And if you're receiving this video, I'm honestly sorry for you. Let's go to the first thing. I don't care what anybody says. It is absolutely necessary to trim your body hair. I never let my armpit hair get too long. It's just kind of gross to me. You cannot tell me that that doesn't look way clean.
It's definitely true that removing underarm hair will help ultimately cut down on body odor. Hair traps and increases the surface area of sweat and bacteria. The bacteria break down your sweat and contribute to body odor.
Second thing is pretty obvious. I use deodorant. I recommend an all-natural deodorant because some of them have given me chemical burns in the past. I feel like this is pretty obvious, but you'd be surprised how many people don't use deodorant.
I don't use deodorant. Instead, I use antiperspirant. Antiperspirant helps cut down on the outflow of sweat, which ultimately gets broken down by bacteria, causing body odor. Deodorants, especially the natural ones, mostly are just sticks of fragrance that can potentially mask body odor. Some deodorants are intended to help with the pH under the arms, maybe reducing the burden of bacteria that break down the sweat. Alternatively, I often recommend people to wash their underarms with a benzoyl peroxide wash. This can likewise help cut down on the bacteria that break down your sweat. And before you comment, what about benzene and benzoyl peroxide? Check out my last video.
Next absolutely necessary thing is using a tongue scraper. Watch what comes off my tongue when I do this. That is all bacteria. Some of that is spit, but most of that is just straight like solid. That does not come off when you brush your tongue. If you stick your tongue out right now when you see that your tongue is kind of white, that means that you absolutely need to start scraping it because that's all bacteria.
While a tongue scraper is not an essential part of oral hygiene, you may note some improvement in halitosis. That's a medical term for bad breath. It's basically just some gentle mechanical exfoliation of the tongue surface. Now, a white tongue can be seen in people who are dehydrated, have underlying nutritional deficiencies, smoke, or consume alcohol in excess. Alternatively, a white material on the tongue can represent an overgrowth of Candida yeast, not bacteria, but yeast. This often happens to young babies, people after prolonged courses of antibiotics, and or in the setting of immunosuppression. Oral candidiasis is commonly referred to as thrush. Tongue scraping, not the treatment.
If you ever use fragrances, what you can do is put on some Vaseline wherever you're going to spray it, and then you spray that area, and it lasts way longer throughout the day.
I think somebody's been watching Derek, More Plates, More Dates. What can petroleum jelly, Vaseline not do? Perfume, fragrance, not my area of expertise, but it makes some sense that this might prolong the longevity of your fragrance by creating a barrier to protect the fragrance from your sweat, body oils that break down the fragrance. Let me know in the comments, what do you think of these hygiene tips?